Did you want to do it?
I was very interested and curious, but I knew I was never going to go. But I wanted to know how, I wanted to see how far I could take it because I didn't even believe in that stuff really at the time. But
Hmm.
also part of me believed in it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like I could tell he had such conviction and he wasn't lying to me. I could feel it. Like
Yeah.
he believed everything he was saying and it was true for him. And that's what made it real for me. So I thought he was nuts, but I'm like, where's this coming from? I've known Larry all this time and he didn't like, it's just like, it just, somebody flipped a switch. And then I did ask him, I was like, how do you know all this stuff all of a sudden? He goes, I don't know. I just hear voices in my head. It tells me stuff. And, uh, and then I didn't know about voice to skull or voice of God technology back then, but now I believe very much so that that's what was being used on him. He was just being fed information, and because he knew about things that I don't even know how he could have known about, you know. And back then, he started telling me about a fake alien invasion that was going to be coming, and they were going to use holograms, tangible holograms. He called them. They would be so real you could actually touch them. And he told me like there's already an infrastructure in place for these holograms that just need to basically turn it on, and it'll appear to be a fleet of UFOs. And he said all the buildings, or not all the buildings, there are a number of buildings are pre-rigged with explosives to detonate as like a holographic laser gets fired at the building. It's not a real laser, but they'll hit the button for the explosion.
Demolish it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he explained to me that they were like strategically planning on like blowing up escape routes and like evacuation routes and stuff to like keep people trapped in cities in the event that this fake invasion happened. This was all in 2017.
Hmm.
This is before I heard about all the fake alien invasion stuff, but he sure seemed to know a lot about it back then. And there's just one example of the things he would tell me. And I don't know how, if you want to interject, I can keep going, but
Yeah. Gosh. Do you the voice of God technology? It occurs to me like a lot of people get messages from their guides, like auditory, um, clair audience
mhm,
messages, right?
right.
From whoever. Um, is there a way to tell the difference?
Yeah, because I think I've had the technology used on me before, which I talk about in my book. Well, in some cases, they don't have to put a voice in their head. They can give you physical ailments too. It's like shooting a direct energy weapon at you,
Hmm.
and they can target and pinpoint certain areas in your body. They can create a rash. They can create anxiety. They can create all kinds of stuff, right? Back pains, doesn't matter. And I've had it used on me in that capacity. I'm nearly positive, including they can give you a heart attack and stuff like that. And that's not even a theory. Like the CIA has a heart attack gun. You can go research it. Like it's a gun they just point at somebody and can literally induce a heart attack. And that was in the 60s. So who knows what they're capable of. So I've explained in my book a number of cases where I think that has happened to me. And then a few different times I've heard a very clear auditory voice in my head. It's like you're wearing headphones, but you're not. It's like in your head, and you hear someone else's voice and very clearly. And that's happened to me twice. And in both cases, I don't think it was organic. I don't feel like it was like one of my guides talking to me or
Hmm.
something. Because I've had that happen too. Like my mother passed away, and like she's come to me before, and it comes with this whole beautiful feeling of love, and like your
Hmm.
body has this reaction, and you're like connecting with her on a soul level, and like you're getting these impressions and these downloads, and it's like telepathy in a way, and it's beautiful. And the voice of God is just like a radio.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the difference.
Yeah. Wow. And so this guy Larry just disappeared one day.
Yeah. So after a long summer of convincing me to go join him and telling me about time travel programs and parallel timelines and all this weird stuff, he basically told me that he was told that the world was going to end on Labor Day of 2017, and there was going to be some catastrophic event, so they had to leave before then. And he believed it, and so as it got closer, he got like more and more focused on his efforts to like convince me. And I
Hmm.
was like, Larry, dude, I'm not going to Mars with you. And he eventually, Labor Day came and went, and nothing happened. And I was at work the next week, and he sends me a text. And I mean, this is a whole other story, but basically, he told me to ship sales on Saturday. And I knew what he meant by that. And he always told me to have a bag packed and just have it with like essentials, like family photos, things you want to remember. Nothing like practical, just like memorabilia type of stuff
Okay.
that you want to remember your family by and stuff. He was very like his like bring pictures and don't like bring stuff to remember Earth. And so he always wanted me to have a bag packed as far as that goes. But he basically the last day I ever saw him, I came home from work. I'm skipping a whole part of this story, but it's in the book if anyone wants to hear it all. Um, I came home from work and my dog was outside, and my dog couldn't get outside unless somebody let her out, right? And there was no cars at my house. And I'm like, how the heck did she get out? So I come and unlock the front door here, and I open the door, and Larry is literally sleeping on my couch right here. And I'm like, Larry, what the fuck are you doing in my house? Like, I was pissed. I'm like, dude, what are you doing here? You know? And he told me he had this whole story. Like, they were targeting him hard that day. So he parked his truck over at Best Buy and he walked here. I'm like, they know you come here. It's the worst hiding spot ever, you know? And he's like, oh, by the way, I took a shower. I mean, he had been like hanging out in my house all day and I was at work. And like, had it been anyone else, I would have called the police. But again, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. And then he goes right back into like saying, hey, like the ship sails tomorrow. I'm like, what do you mean the ship? He was like, I don't know, but we leave tomorrow. And he's like, are you coming or not? I'm like, no, I'm not. He's like, well, will you at least take me back to my truck? So I took him back to his truck, and he got out of my Jeep, got into his truck, and he rolled his window down. And before he pulled off, he said, I'll see you on the other side. And took off. And I'm fully expecting to hear from him again. And he went missing for 7 years after that. And nobody heard from him. I had guys at work looking into it. Did he get arrested? Was he in jail? Was he homeless? Was there an obituary? It just seemed like nobody knew where he was, but he wasn't filed as a missing person either.
Mm-hmm.
And then 7 years later, 2024, he shows up on Facebook and sends me a friend request again. And I assume it's him. It was his picture, you know. And I accepted their friend request eventually after like a couple of months because they gave me this whole weird feeling. Because the whole time while that was happening, I was being targeted too, and it wasn't necessarily a great time. And I kind of had PTSD thinking about it, and I was like, I'm not even going to open that door again, you know? And I finally accepted his friend request. And then one day I just got this real bad feeling. I don't know if it was paranoia or what, but I just decided to randomly block him. I'm like, I don't even want to, like, I didn't even like seeing his profile. You know what I'm saying? It just brought back bad memories. And so I just blocked it. And then that's where we're at today. So apparently he's back, and I haven't opened that door again to see anything, to see what actually happened.